Ball teed up. Austin Seibert out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. And this isn't even going to be close, partner. The opening kickoff fails to reach the landing zone, so they're going to have to defend from the 40 to begin this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now it's Lance. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Set, hut. Ready.
A give to Vaughn out of the shotgun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Slide through. Ready.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, you can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Here's Lance. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Ready up.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Oh, he trucked that defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
3rd and short, Daniels. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you,
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll have it 2nd and 8. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
10. Set. Ready?
Shotgun handoff for Vaughn. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's 2nd and 11. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Commanders see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Daniels on 1st down. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys have it down near the opposing 40 after the return is stopped. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball.
Yeah.
Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Hustle.
Working quickly here.
It's a loss of 2.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Commanders get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Escapes out to the left. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. It's the Commanders looking at 1st and 10. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go. Set. Alert! Alert! Ready?
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Here we go, here we go!
Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Come on, come on!
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Daniels from the pistol. Cut near the goal line. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for and you go out and execute.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
A final throw before the break. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders watch as the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say this has been a defensive slobber knocker through two, right? Maybe some points finally on the horizon as we resume play. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First carry now for Austin Eckler. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
Cougar 19! Let's go!
From the gun, it's Daniels. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. It's enough for a first down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Cowboys take over inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Short pass brought in. And he stopped cold at the spot. Whoa, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. The give now to Vaughn. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Offense up to the line fast. Back to throw, it's Lance. Got Lamb, and it's complete.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Set, ready.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal. The Commanders take a timeout, they're first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Ready, ready.
Dowdle goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
Set.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
So after 3, we're still waiting on our first score of the contest. Somehow this game is still scoreless as we get set for our final quarter. Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, 2nd and goal.
Come on, set.
Throwing is Lance. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. Aubrey Good on the point after. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Aubrey now to kick this one away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He lofts it deep left. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Turpin with a return. This return makes it up to the 25.
Okay, right.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Check pink. Here we go.
And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
Strikers.
After a good
3-3.
pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Vaughn running dead ahead. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Ready, ready.
To the air, Lance. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And they pick him off again. Jeremy Chin has got it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Turpin with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Getting right back to it after that interception. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness.
Put the body on the line for his team. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys down by 7.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36.
Let's go. Claws, 10. Black shot. Set, go.
Here's Lance now. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hurry.
Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard
62
line.
blaster. Set, hut.
Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Hut, hut.
Setting up to pass. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
You only get so many chances to make this type of play for your team. Boy, you'd love to see him come through there.
Ready.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
3. Set, ready.
Here he is to throw. He rolls to his right. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for two and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this two-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Get up. Ready.
Back to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He put everything he had into this one. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Here we go. Set.
To throw. He's on the move. Ertz reels it in. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining.
Go.
He'll look to throw it. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that's a catch. It's a touchdown. They've got the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40.
Flight blue. Ready, ready. Set.
They go play action on 1st. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
2nd and 10 now. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
Throwing now. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more